Welcome back to The Man from Mistrock. So last episode we did so much fishing. We got our first proper quest completed, and we had chased that up with some crafting and some fletching. But now we are ready to go on a little run of a couple of chunks in a row, which is always nice to see. So thank you very much for watching, and we will dive right in. Alright, got that one unlocked. Let's go explore. Snake there. Nothing new though, apparently. Nothing new to kill. So, we'll just run up in here. And it's at this moment actually that I'm glad I did not actually unlock Hunter, because if I had unlocked Hunter, I would be doing Crimson Swifts, I think, to like 75 or 85, and then Moonlight Moths to 91 with just this chunk, which is a scary prospect. There's the Iron Knives, grab those, chunk task done, and just before we go and roll another chunk again, we are going to Pheasant Feathers, and the costume needle we got from the quest, and I think I can just, yep, look at that. Done and dusted. 4 more collection slots. Alright, back to the chunk picker, I guess. So this time we've got an extra chunk that we can roll. 2 extra chunks we can roll, actually. I don't know what this one has. Haven't checked this one yet, so that would be... Oh, that's a free chunk apparently. Well, let's give it a roll. We don't want that one, or that one. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Whoops. No, that's a dud roll. Get rid of that. Let's try that again. Okay. Oh, I thought that was that chunk. Yeah, definitely would take this one. Absolutely. So, we've done that one actually. Just got to fight those 2 guys and we're done. And we've unlocked the potential for the mining grind. So we'll see if we get that next roll, but let's go kill these 2 things and we'll be back to rolling. And there's the Oryx, which I did not expect to put up much of a fight, and it turns out they do not, so that's fantastic. That's everything we needed to kill killed, and we can go roll another chunk. Alright, so, Oryx done, Embertail Dravar done, and we're down to these rolls. So, I am hesitant to get that one, but it would give us, some upgrades in the pick department. Mining adamant ore is going to be a task though, and I think I would have to run all the way around the Hunter Guild to bank as well, so it's not too bad of a run, but it could be better, it could be better if we get 4 first. I think, yeah, that definitely is blocked off, isn't it? Alright, well, yeah, that's an okay one. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. We've got to do mining eventually, right? And we've got some very minor tasks there. This one is a free roll, I believe. Yep, so we can just roll on if we get that one. I really want the sand crabs though, because I want to be able to level my melee. Let's give it a go and see what we get. Mining or wood cutting? Well, we're not doing wood cutting, so we're going mining. Lovely, so we're going to kill a scorpion and direwolf, and then mine adamantite ore. Let's get amongst it. Alright, so are the scorpions aggressive? No. Amazing. That's going to make mining here so much nicer than it could have been. No wolves anywhere near here either, so cool. We can just go mine and not stress. I guess I'll get myself set up for the smithing grind as well. So we'll mine a bunch of tin and copper. We'll just double check that we can't actually go through. Yeah, there's no way. Not even close. Okay, and we'll go in here. I don't believe you can actually go in here, can you? This is not a shortcut or anything. Darkness of the cavern envelops everything. The cavern is silent. Caverns do not speak. Caverns do not sympathize with humans. Did the cavern just chuckle? Yeah, fair enough. Very funny, Jagex. Okay, so we'll dump off this load and we'll grab the steel pickaxe, which apparently is the best pickaxe we can get, because I thought the shop sold up to like adamant, but I was wrong. So we're going to be doing this grind with a steel pickaxe. At least it's not bronze. And that is 15 mining, so now I can mine iron, but I am going to stick to tin and copper for just a little bit longer, make sure I've got enough to get me out of bronze smithing when I do eventually roll a smithing chunk, and then I'll step over to iron. And that is 20 mining. Now that I have enough copper and tin to make sure that I never have to mine copper and tin ever again, I am going to switch to iron. For right now I'm going to grab it from here, but once I finish this inventory, I think I might switch back to Mist Rock, because I'm pretty sure the iron rocks at Mist Rock are a touch closer to the bank. Waiting for this star to drop down to a level I can mine it. Shout out to Naruwu if you're watching, mate. Thanks for the words of encouragement. You're a champion. Shout out to Mold Dragon, who called out a whole stack of stars for me to mine and made this grind a whole lot easier than it would have been. Here it is, finally. We have 69 mining, which is the end of that chunk task. We also have, as a little bonus, 10 Slayer. And I can now kill cave crawlers. So now, to actually finish off this task, we drink one of those, jump on that, hey, there we go. And that is a chunk task done. So, we now have only 2 tasks left to do. Let's go back, gear up, grab some food, and we'll come out and finish those 2 now. Also just figured I'd do a quick check. We've got, from all the star mining, 15,479 stardust, which has got to be close to being able to finish off that whole log. We ended up with 2.6k iron, nearly 2k coal. I think that's all from random events, and just the 1 adamant there, so not bad, not a bad haul. It'll definitely help with the start of the smithing grind when we finally get there as well. Now just got to gear up and go fight these 2 things. I believe that this is currently what peak performance looks like for me. That's 1. Oof, These guys are out to get me. Look at that. It's very aggressive. Can I just sneak in here? Alright, cool. We're on it. Oh, goodness. Like a truck. Could you not? My goodness. Alright, let's try that again. Far out. Getting wrecked by this thing. I'm gonna have to flinch this thing, aren't I? That could have been bad. My chance to hit is so low. One more half decent hit, please. Yay, there we go. Alright. Take the wolf bones and we run away. And that is the chunk complete. So let's just run back to the bank and then we'll look at rolling another chunk. Oh, actually, while we're here, pop that on a Slayer as well. Why not? It's not another level though, no. I still had my mic muted from taking the very important phone call, and since this was all about 2 months ago, I have no idea what I was rambling on about during this chunk roll. I assumed that the chunks that we have here are fairly straightforward, so we'll just let it roll and see what it comes up with. I couldn't for the life of me tell you now why I picked this chunk. It seems in hindsight that the other chunk would have been the obvious choice. Maybe it was just that there were no actual tasks here, or the lure of perilous moons, but this is what we chose, and I believe it's straight back to chunk picking. Chunk picker seems determined to make me cut magic trees, so obviously I picked the other chunk. Now this one requires a little bit of explanation. So the bandits here drop air runes and mine runes, and since their drop rates are too low to count as a primary training method, I don't have to train mage, but they still count for tasks, which is why it's telling me I need to cast Wind Strike. But that's a fairly straightforward one, doesn't require a ridiculous drop rate, and we will get that done. So we're going to add this one. I'm going to have a quick explore of this chunk first. Is it shift? Shift click, yeah. Quick explore of this chunk. Not that I expect there to be anything for us to do. I believe that is too high level for us to traverse. We don't have landing sites yet. We've got this group of people here that I do not believe I can... I think I'm missing a prereq, let alone this levels. Yeah, do not meet the requirements. So that makes sense. There's a master clue scroll hidey hole there, or stash, and a goat. And that's it. It's a bit of a nothing chunk at the moment. Almost ran straight through there, that would have been bad. Let's not do that. And then we'll add this one to our map as well. And what do we have? Got the very cool aqueduct. And where are the bandits? So there's the spiders. We'll grab one of those right now. There's our bandits. Book of Earth and Might. So that must be for the Earth book pages for the book that drops from Huey. It's not an altar, right? I can't get my prayer back. No, desiccated pages. So that's not a thing. But now it's just fighting these guys forever until I get mind runes. I missed 2 medium clue scrolls and I haven't even got the drop I'm after, so I'm going to go to the bank, grab my medium clue out and drop it on the ground near me just in case I get... I think I've got 1 clue step in my chunks that I can actually do for mediums, but just in case, it's not even in my chunks, it's like in a nearby chunk that I've got Civitas Illifortis, so it is only 2 chunks away, technically. I don't know if I should be saving that. Okay, my game just crashed while I was trying to get a beekeeper random. Alright, just missed that one, but it was 27 strength and 40 combat. Oh. That was 2 kills ago. Alright, well, I got the mine runes. Wasn't paying enough attention apparently, but I got the mine runes. So, I mean, all that's required is to cast the spell, right? So, let's just do one of those. Wearing full plate mail, so no way it hits, but yeah, there we go. That's a chunk task done. Finish that kill. Grab our medium clue and bail on these bandits. Alright, well let's head over back to the chunk picker and get our next chunk. So that's the wind strike done, all tasks complete, and we are ready to roll again. So we are okay. So we want 1, we're okay with 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 and 8. Those are all fine. I don't want 7 still. I'd rather not have 2, but I guess we'll find out. Let's do a roll and see what happens. Yes, amazing. Okay, perfect. So that is now the crabs. That should just be, yeah, kill 1 sand crab. But now I have the option to grind out my melee, or my combat stats in general, which is fantastic. We love that. So I'll go kill 1 crab and then we can go on to the next roll as well. Let's add this to our chunks. There we go. And now have unlimited AFK melee training. Lovely. Alright, so that's that task done as well. We're just gonna leave my character there while we go do the next roll. Alright, kill sand crab done. Cool, so kill sand crab done, and we're rolling again. 9, I'll add that to the list of ones that I don't mind getting because there's no tasks there currently. Oh, 28 strength on the other monitor. Alright, cool. And roll. Quetzalcoatl Gorge or Corner Content. That's just a black jaguar. Whereas this one is interesting because I believe... See, it just says kill rabbit, but I think that will give us bowstrings and therefore bows. Still didn't have any access to arrowheads though. Spinning wheel and flax, yes, definitely bowstrings. That might have a ranged requirement. If I take that one, that's going to require me to get the range for U bows. I think that's still only like 30 or 40, which is not too bad. That's probably doable. I'm not a huge fan of unlocking the Huey Quaddle. We're nowhere near ready for that. But I do want to head up into here when batch 3 comes out. I think we unlock this one and we just do the range requirement. Yeah, let's give it a go. Alright, so it is saying kill one rabbit as the only task, but that's definitely not true. So we've got iron knives at the Hunter Guild. Can I wield those? Is that what the problem is? No, I can wield iron knives. I wonder why it doesn't think I can train range. Okay, so I assume that it's not asking me to wield a bow because I have no access to arrows. But I'm pretty sure I've got arrows in the bank from like maze randoms. So I'm going to call that a task. Where would I get steel arrows from in my chunk? The guards drop arrows, do they? Alright, let's add this one to the chunks. And away we go. So let's have a look at what we've got. You've got obviously the bank. Another bank is always a nice thing to have. We've got a cabbage field, bucket of water, and dagger. Nothing else out of the ordinary. It looks very normal. So I don't have shears yet. I'm pretty sure I saw one in this store. Okay, well that's cool. That means I can eventually make the amulets. We've got the spinning wheel here. We've got some flax up here, so we're going to make... There's the rabbit I need to take out. Done. And then some flax. Spin that up. In fact, I'm sure I've got a bunch of flax from beekeeper randoms as well. Nothing up here. Nope, okay. So now, I guess we will go and see what we've got ready to go for range training and go from there. I guess I could just send all of those arrows and see where that gets me. That's probably the play. Alright, well, Maple, you get one oak and one normal. Get one of each bow. That'll get me all the bows I need for this little adventure. Nope. There we go. And then we can drop that one, string that one, go back over to the mainland. And we can dive into those sand crabs. Genie as I was walking over. Lovely. We love that. I don't think that'll get me a level though. I think I'm between 11. There's 5 ranged, and we graduate to the oak short bow, which still has a max hit of 1. Pretty sure it's the arrows that do that anyway, right? Yeah. It's the arrows that do that. We'll use all these up. It's worth doing. Get as much experience as we can on the lower tier stuff. And then we'll move up to the higher tier stuff. Milestone, which is a bit nice. And there is 20, which means we're stepping up to the willow bow. So it does look like the arrows are not going to be enough to get me to 40. So that means I'm going to do a bit of hopping. Grab some of these iron knives, and hopefully make up the difference with that. Oh, the experience is quick with these things. And there's 30, so we no longer need the willow short bow. Oh, missed that one. There's 37 ranged. Did I miss that one as well? Anyway, 38. It's 39. So close. Hey, 39 hit points. Wasn't ready for that one. And 42 combat. Hey, there's 40. And we're all done. So let's gather our stuff. Pop that on for the chunk task. And we are going to go and roll another one. Alrighty. Alright, so that's that task done. And we are ready to roll again. We have... So obviously we don't want Huey. We're not ready for that. Any of these would be fine. Ideally not that one or that one. That one would be okay, but it leads into the magic trees, which I'm not super keen on. So let's see what we get and go from there. Hey, so Proud Spire or Avium Savannah? I think I want to go into here more than I want to go up there. Are there any tasks in here? No, so that's a free chunk. I think that's a free chunk too, to be fair. Yeah, so they're both free chunks. Do either of them have clue steps? One elite, one hard, so that's basically nothing. Let's go with this one. It'll just get us another free roll, and we can basically roll straight away again. What's this give us? So it's just 2 kill tasks, and there's this one as well. Again, just kill tasks, although that's a new best in slot technically. Let's roll again and see what we get. Offered the Proud Spire again, but the worm, we gotta take that one. Yeah, so we'll take that one. It's again, no tasks. We get to roll again. It really wants me to take the Proud Spire, huh? But we're not gonna take it because that is a... Come on. That is a prayer altar, which means we have access to prayers now. Properly. Definitely taking that one. Alright, now I can actually get between those tiles, I'm pretty sure, so that's valid. And we still have no tasks, so we're rolling again. Alright, so like I said, I don't really want that one, even though it doesn't really have any tasks. I'm going to take Orders Farm, which is going to give us farming, which is a passive skill, and we're going to start leveling that up. It only has like, yeah, kill a buffalo. I think there's also master farmers there, which will be nice. But means I can get to make a start on farming, and then once I'm fairly happy with that, I will come back and roll again. So we'll take that one. That's weird. Grow an onion as a task. So let's make our in-game map match the new chunk map. We have that one, that one, that one, and that one. That's pretty cool. That's come along a long way. Let's go and inspect our new chunks. So for this one, I'm pretty sure I can get around here. Right, can I go up this way? Oh cool, yeah, that's easy. So we've got access to this course. We can't use it yet because I'm pretty sure the lowest level is 50. We do have access to planks though. May as well talk to this guy and unlock the course. Yeah, so 50 agility, 62 for the high one. When we unlock a primary agility source, we'll be able to do this then. Cool, and then yeah, so we've got the planks there that we can use if we need to. Ideally that would not be the best way to do construction though. Alright, well that's that chunk, nothing much there for now. And now we've got the Northern Avium Savannah. Okay, we do have master farmers we can pickpocket from now. Pretty sure there's one closer to the patch though. We've also got this corn, which I think might come in to making some high level food a bit later on. Over here we have this exciting little Shrine of Ralos, which is going to give us all our prayer back. Very cool. We also have that area there, which I'm pretty sure is actually inaccessible. Yeah, that's not accessible, is it? No. Cool. And then I should probably pop back to the Hunter Guild and bank. What I might do actually, we'll just quickly grab our buffalo kill for this chunk, which is basically the only chunk task. There we go. Raw beef. And that is a one of the 4 quest requirements for Druidic Ritual. But what we'll do is we'll tick that one off on the chunk picker. We will come back in a minute once I've dumped all my stuff off at the Hunter Guild, and we'll do a bit of farming just to get that started. And we'll be back. Yeah, we'll be back with the next chunk roll shortly. Alright, we'll pick up some starting supplies from the shop here. There we go. And we'll just... Is there a water source here? I feel like it's over in that building over there. Yeah, there is a water source. But we won't be planting trees anytime soon, so that shouldn't be an issue. We will store everything for now. Grab some starter seeds from Master Farmer and make a start on the farming. Alright, I should probably, for my first couple of plants, do compost. Just to give them the best chance possible. Oh yeah, get the rake, idiot. Alright. Gonna take 1,000 years. How am I so bad at this? Alright, first plant is in the ground. And there's level 3 farming, which we skip straight over. I don't think it actually unlocks anything, does it? Oh, barley. We do barley. Okay, well, I think I did get barley. We may as well go plant that. We can do it, and we've got the unlock over in Aldarin. Why not? Alright, we'll pop back over to Aldarin. Plant the barley. Actually... because we won't be able to buy it there, I don't think. Let's grab a compost from here. Let's grab, like, a bunch. And we'll just pop all that in there. Alright, let's go back to Aldarin and plant the barley, and then I will call that enough farming to start with, because it is a passive skill now. And I'll just keep picking away at that, probably update you when I hit any big milestones, but it's probably not going to be the focus, because it is slow. It's farming. Alright, barley's in as well, so that's enough farming for now. We'll pop all that away. And let's go and roll another chunk. Okay, this is what it looks like now. I'm going to leave that there because I haven't grown an onion, and like I said, it's passive. So, let's roll. I think this is still a free chunk, isn't it? It is, yeah. So still a free chunk, and that one's probably free as well. That is edging towards... well, it's not free, but yeah, very minor things to do there. That one, similar minor tasks. Attend a blue cave, that would be nice to have a proper cape slot item. This one I think is just corner content because we can't get into the majority of the chunk there. And then Proud Spa we've rolled a couple of times now, and things we've already seen before. So let's just give it a roll and see what happens. I guess we're picking the Proud Spire. Alright, cool. We'll take that. This is another no task chunk, I believe. Yep, so we'll hit that. Refresh this. Yeah, no new tasks, so that's great. We've got the Proud Spire. And then this one now. Still think is no new tasks. Okay, so there's a couple of kill tasks up there. So we'll see if we roll that one. But just roll again. Okay. So we've got these two chunks. I don't think this unlocks anything because we have not properly unlocked Hunter yet. Ice Fiend and a White Jaguar. Can I kill those? They don't have a Slayer requirement, do they? No. When Batch 3 releases, I do want to have the ability to move in up here. So I might take Mons Gratia and White Jaguar. That's going to be as hard to kill as the other Jaguar was, isn't it? Let's do it though. Let's have ourselves a little boss battle. Okay, so we calculate our tasks. Ooh, hello. So I think we've got access to all of them, don't we? No, not that part. So just that part. Yeah, so Ice Fiend and White Jaguar. Let's go gear up and go and fight those guys. So I thought I would do a little, run up to the top of the Proud Spire just to say that we've done it. But as it turns out, you actually need the chunk above the Proud Spire to scale it, because that's how you get in. And you also need this chunk over here to get all the way to the top. So the Proud Spire at the moment is actually just corner content. It's literally this little section here and then a bit of a strip of land down there. So that's that. We're not doing anything there, and we'll go look at our new chunk over here. I did notice as I was walking away that I did get a new music track from that, so at least we got something from the Proud Spire. And now, Mons Gratia, which I may be pronouncing wrong, but here we are. We've got a goat. Not much up that way. I assume the Ice Fiends are up here somewhere. Maybe? There's all the hunter creatures. Okay, there's the White Jaguar. Here's the Ice Fiends. And yeah, it looks like that's a solid way to get into the chunk up north. So that chunk up there is the interesting one because I think that's a giant tree stump, isn't it? Yes, it's a giant tree stump for now. It might turn into a giant tree when Valamore Part 3 is released, and if it does, if it becomes like a redwood tree, that's suddenly a 90 wood cutting requirement. So that's, it's a scary chunk, but I also suspect it's probably going to be the chunk that leads into the rest of this area. So if that's what it is, it's what it is. But yeah. I don't know, we may not even ever roll it, so we'll see. But let's get these two kill tasks out of the way. So that was the easy one. Didn't even get a drop. Obviously the actual hard one is the Jaguar boss down here. So, and I'm calling it a boss. I'm aware that it's level 67, but yeah, it's gonna mess me up. So let's give this a go and see what happens. I should probably find out where it is that I can retreat to. Okay, here we go. Alright, cool. And that's the last chunk task for this one. I realized towards the end there that I didn't actually drink the super strength potion, but yeah, the fight was basically over when I realized, so none of that. That's that task done. Let's switch over to the chunk picker and roll again. We're getting so many chunks today, it's amazing. Alright, we're back. Now, let's see what we get. So we've got this new one which is rollable. which at the moment has no tasks at all, which, yeah, like I said, it's just things that I've already got unlocked. So we'll see. We'll see what we roll and go from there. Ralos's Rise. That's exciting. So that's proper prayer training. I believe that's the only thing to do is just the bone shards. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll roll that one up. Now that one is not rollable because we can't actually access it from Ralos's Rise. We'll leave that one unrollable. And calculate. Oh, I didn't actually tick those off. Whoops. Those are done. Yeah, offer blessed bone shards at the libation bowl. Let's go grab some blessed bone shards. Or I guess, bones. So I was coming past to get the bones for the libation bowl, and I noticed this one's diseased already, so that didn't take long. If I can, I think I can buy a plant cure here, right? Is that worth doing? Probably not for potatoes, but we're gonna do it anyway. None of that's plant cure.
I'm legally blind.
Was it trade? Okay, so that's plant cure. And we'll just pop that straight on there. Okay, get to keep those for now. And I think we can even store the plant cure there as well. So one thing that when I was looking around with my chunk picker is that apparently I have a big bone spawn here. So I'm just going to hop a couple worlds, grab an inventory of those, and then take those up the Rise of Ralos to turn into bone shards. And there's the last one. So now we are off to Ralos's Rise. Rise of Ralos? Ralos Rise? I've already forgotten. Ralos's Rise. Cool. Alright, we are here, and we're going to just quickly pop that onto the map. Look at huge now. So much of Valamor uncovered. And up we go. So down there somewhere, there is the moss giants, which we'll have to do eventually. And the magic trees that we'll probably end up cutting at some point too. There's a new music track there, which is nice. Guards, we've got the... can't remember what this thing's actually called. Oh, it's not interactable. I think I gotta talk with this guy first. Ralos won't hear your prayers if you aren't experienced enough. Oh, so okay, so I can't bless bones yet? Prayer level of 30. It's 4 more levels. I mean, I guess I could just hop and bury bones, but... Okay, question. Can I offer a partial stack of bones? Oh. I can't even do that until 30. Okay, well that answers that question. We are going to go and bury a bunch of bones. Guess let's get started. How many bones do I need to get to 30? Is the question. 274 and a little bit big bones. That's doable. I hopped more than that just for those iron knives. Alright, let's go get it. Oh, it was 46 thieving. Just growing a couple of seeds while I wait for this patch to finish. A couple minutes time. And yeah, there you go, 46. I don't know what that actually unlocks. Probably not a lot. Yeah, whole lot of nothing. Okay, and that actually is what we're going to do is we're going to plant some onions in there, and that will clear off that chunk task. It's one less thing I have to do. That'll be the first one. 27 prayer. There is 28 prayer. There's 29. Is 30 prayer. Oh, and 43 combat. Right, here we go. We bless the bones. And the wine, apparently. And fill the bowl. And chunk task done. 31 prayer too. That's always a nice little bonus. And now we get to go and roll a chunk. Alright, so that's all the tasks done for that chunk. And we get to roll again. So we don't want that one. We don't want that one, because that's the curved bone grind. We definitely don't want that one. And everything else is pretty free. So let's see what we get. Another prayer altar. We will take that. Absolutely, we take that. There should not be any new tasks at all. Oh no, we got two. Mugger and a thief. Okay. Well, I can do that. And now we need to find a mugger and a thief. Ah, there's the thief. There's the mugger too. And it looks like they were easy targets after all. The mugger's hiding outside my chunk. Come here, you. Yeah, cool. Bronze bolts both times. So that's that done. Let's get back and roll again. Alright, so we mark those off. And that's all the chunk tasks done. We want to roll again. I don't know. Actually, I think this is a good chunk because it gives... Yeah, the first rune weapon for the account. So that'd be nice. Here we go. Okay. So that's a nothing chunk. Kill a white wolf. And then there's this one down here, which I think is an actual nothing chunk. Or maybe you've got to kill a bandit down there or something. A black jaguar. Well, that one's closer, so I'm picking that one. And that will mean that that's now a rollable chunk as well. One black jaguar. Alright, unlock the chunk, and we got to go find a jaguar. Hey, there he is. Level 67. I'm going to get rolled here, aren't I?
Just a tiny bit harder than a mugger.
Just a bit. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. That's another chunk done. And roll. Really? Okay. So, the choice is either between magic trees and herblore, or the curved bone. It's also only one tile away from the magic tree grind as well. But I think I'm gonna have to do that instead, because I do not want to unlock herblore yet. So, here we go.
I believe you'll get spooned. It'll happen.
Magic staff, curved bone, long bone, mossy key, one moss giant. That feels like a sort of afterthought, that moss giant one. We're in the curved bone chunk now. It's the curved bone arc. Okay, well, I'm not doing that tonight, so... So we finally rolled another long grind. A 1 in 5013 curved bone. All of the other tasks in the chunks seem like an afterthought to that one. So that's probably going to be pretty much the next episode. So I'm definitely going to cut it here, because I'm not going to dive into that at the end of an episode. Here's where our stats ended up after rolling rather a lot of chunks, actually. And yeah. See me next. Hopefully we will already have that curved bone. Let's get it nice and early. Nice, quick, easy drop, right?